believe that your voice is your power, and that voice comes in many forms. My grandfather always repeated me throughout the years growing up, you should write every day. Although I heard him say this, I never really knew what it was I was supposed to write about. So I started out writing throughout the years with no meaning and no purpose, just writing. And as I got older, I became a little bit more creative with my writing. Once I hit middle school, I was writing all the time, but never for myself, writing for what the teacher wanted to hear and writing to the teacher. And a little bit later on in middle school, I moved to a new city. I realized not only was I unable to write to what the teacher wanted, but I struggled in almost every other subject. I spent my summers in summer school, after school, getting extra help, and throughout many years of struggle, I graduated high school and shortly after started college. I was hardly excited to start, but had a bit more time to be creative with my writing. Ohio in the springtime is very icky, grainy, and rainy. I had a chance to start a new medium to begin writing about. So I started to closely observe the rain and the raindrops as they fell. And as I'm on this creative writing high, I anticipate it coming to a steady halt as I'm coming into my English Composition 1 class, transitioning back to my academic writing. To my surprise, my teacher actually lets us write about what we're interested in. We have a chance to be more free with our writing and write about more open-ended topics. I believe your voice gives you power, and that voice comes in many forms. I started noticing more obvious patterns about these raindrops. As they hit a surface, like a window, they would descend down, and they would zigzag from left to right, not always necessarily falling in a straight line, but whatever way they fall, they're always catching the drops in its path and physically growing in size. And I noticed that was a similar process and pattern to how my struggles were through school. As I was falling and struggling at my lowest, I was still catching on to things along the way. My raindrop caught on to perseverance. It caught on to my strengths and weaknesses, and it grasped who I was and my voice. I think that's what my grandfather was trying to say all along when we said write every day. He wanted me to find my voice. I believe that one's voice is their power,